A legal dispute between the U.S. Department of Justice and the state of Virginia is drawing attention to questions about voter data, access, and election administration. The lawsuit, filed in federal court, centers on allegations that Virginia has not complied with federal requirements to share certain voter registration information. Here's what's happening, what both sides are saying, and why this case matters. Under the National Voter Registration Act of 1993, commonly known as the Motor Voter Act, states are required to maintain accurate and current voter registration lists. The law also includes provisions that allow federal authorities to request access to voter data for oversight and enforcement purposes, particularly to ensure compliance with federal election laws. According to the Department of Justice, Virginia has not provided requested voter registration records within the timeframe outlined by federal law. The DOJ filed suit seeking to compel the state to release the data, arguing that transparency and accountability in voter list maintenance are essential to upholding the integrity of federal elections. Virginia officials, however, have raised concerns about the scope and timing of the request. State representatives have indicated that they are committed to following federal law, but have questioned whether the DOJ's demands align with legal requirements and privacy protections for voters. This is not the first time tensions have emerged between federal and state authorities over voter data. Similar disputes have occurred in other states, often involving disagreements over what information must be shared and under what conditions. The lawsuit was filed in U.S. District Court and names the Virginia Department of Elections and state election officials as defendants. Court documents indicate that the DOJ requested specific voter registration records several months ago, citing routine oversight responsibilities. According to official statements from the Justice Department, Virginia did not respond adequately to the initial request, prompting escalation to legal action. The DOJ has emphasized that access to voter data is necessary to verify that the state is complying with federal mandates, including provisions designed to prevent unlawful purging of voters from registration rolls. Virginia's Attorney General responded publicly, stating that the state has cooperated with federal authorities in the past and remains willing to work toward a resolution. However, officials have expressed concern that the request may involve sensitive voter information that could raise privacy issues if not handled properly. Legal analysts note that the case may hinge on how courts interpret the scope of the DOJ's authority under the National Voter Registration Act, as well as the balance between federal oversight and state administrative discretion.